I forgot. Ugh, gems. All right, got to do this, and then I also forgot to open up. Let's see, stream share update available, and I'll do that in a bit. Actions. Let us trigger those because I forgot to do that. Wait, that work? Yeah. Oh, that worked behind. Oh, I did. Whoopsies. Hmm. One of them. There you go. I should probably change them. Now, okay, social stream. I need to get you out as well. No. No. All right, streamer bot. You do that real quick. That'll be good for later. I don't know why I'm doing that right now when I'm already going to be streaming. I'll find activate source, exit this, step in to see what we're going to do. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. Currently just setting everything up, which reminds me, I forgot I was going to play a song in the meanwhile. I'm just finishing everything else up. That's set up. I don't have to worry about social stream right now. Already connected, but it's already sent everything that I need to. I could send that to other people though. Yeah, alright. I got it. I'll do it right here. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go. Alright. I hope you're having a wonderful night so far, and things are going well for you. I'm about to get into Tavern talk after this song. And I usually just like use the music to kind of relax myself before I start streaming. Yes. And I like sharing music. I should also test that though. Okay. Chats. Okay, cool. That works. How do I check there? Test. Okay, so that might actually be one of the issues. If it doesn't actually show up on YouTube, then that's kind of what I want to see. It does have the test right there. Definitely close the source. Standard mode. Maybe that's a problem I've been having before. Color visibility of the source. Toggle all stream visibility. That's fine. Okay. So I work there now. I hope I'm able to keep on receiving them. And with that said and done, and with the song coming to an end, I should start off Tavern Talk.
So will you be mine?
I forgot. I should also do one more thing. I gotta make sure that this is put on Do Not Disturb, just cause. I'll have to remember to do that though. So, it is time to continue on with a Tavern Talk, so we will let us begin. Though I would do a recap, but I just actually forgot everything that was going on. So, all I know is that, let's see. For a quick recap for what I do remember, we have had this tavern for quite a while. We have our constant customer here. Gotta remember names. But he or they ended up coming to the tavern. They're very low confidence whenever it comes to us, or whenever it comes to life, and they wanted to get adventure. So thankfully, they were able to take a step to experience life and adventuring by catching a werewolf, whom we also met another guest that is very standoffish, but who was able to make amends with her uncle because of them. Sorry. We have a Zephyr, or a what's it called? I want to say air nomad in D&D, but no, that's not the case. But there is a air character that went to go retrieve the cape of a very kind of vampire that came by and was missing his cape. We met a dwarf. We also met a human woman that what's it called? Does things for money. There you go, stealing, mercenary, and everything, and also the paladin of a goddess. I wish I could give more of an explanation, but honestly, yeah, I just had a brain fart. So with that said and done, let us play some Tavern Talk. So as Act 2 Starlight Sonata. Yes. New Dawn, second of the Astral Moon. Innkeep. Rhea. You got any new lines for me? Perhaps, but I'll only trade them for new ones of your own. Make me a drink. I had a long night. Want to tell me about that? No. I get it. You need some stamina first. What I need is some defense to ward off ye questions. I'll go check if I serve that. So, in that case, I have two options to go for. Yeah, the defense. Cool. Did I get another one? Yeah. For the sunny breeze. Okay, so we're going for Nebula, Frosted Lagoon. Frosted Lagoon. Okay. 2 armor, 1 sword, and 1 royalty. Damn. Modern Republic. Alright. Now let's continue. Add some defense. Add some attack. Add some defense. Add some charisma. And then some defense. And Frosted Lagoon is correct. Yeah. Right. I could have always just done it that way, huh? Yep. Yeah, okay. Hey, Andu. Let's go. Some defense to keep your favorite innkeeper at bay. Who says you're my favorite? I might be after the drink. Fair enough. You're climbing up there. I'm very happy to hear that. I've got a question for you. You think you can handle that? I'll try my very best, Mrs. Frostgrip. Miss. My bad. Miss Frostgrip. I just thought since you're such a catch. Keep it to yourself. Alright. Is Kyle here? I was looking for him around town, but not a single lad or lassie has seen him. Thought maybe he got crushed by a fallen star. Worried? No. I see. I think... Yeah. That's fine, I'll keep it this way. I think he should be waking up right about now. Rhea! There he is. Oh, I missed you so terribly. I thought you had died, or worse, abandoned me. I thought the terrible fathoms of time had taken a new friend from me yet again. I'm fine. Are you sure? Hey. Can you see her too, Inky? Yeah, very much so. By the dragons, so she is not a dream nor a fragment of the past. I'm very happy you're not dead, Rhea. Thanks. Would you like to see the gift I brought you? Gift? When I was at the market all by myself, missing you terribly, I found these gorgeous earrings that reminded me of you. Ah, I'll help you put them on. Wait. Are those suns? Yes, because your friendship lights up my undead life. What do you think? I like them. They match my other jewelry, and the craftsmanship is decent. You mentioned you like leatherback clasps. I do like them. When did I say that? Not sure. At some point, or maybe I dreamed it. That is very likely. Speaking of dreams, I had the strangest dream about the stars falling down the other day. They crashed into Gaia like a rain of fire, or beautiful fireworks. There must have been something wrong with my drink. Anyhow, Rhea, where did your slime go? It was washed away by the falling stars. There ain't no falling stars. Oh. So the empty night sky wasn't a dream? No, I guess Cassiopeia couldn't carry it all anymore or something. Incredible. It wasn't one of your strange drinks, Innkeep. Does that mean I can drink another one without a vision of falling firmaments again? Worth a try. Then I would like to try, preferably something that will make me strong enough to lift a star. Just in case I would like to. I'll see what I can do. Okay. There's a strength potion. Meaning the Southern Brawler. 3-1-1. Okay. One. Boop. Thanks, Andy. Pet. Alright. Here, my best attempt at supporting your star-lifting career. Oh, this is delicious. Do you think a molten star would taste like this? Nah. Perhaps. So, what do you two think about the star rain? It was very bothersome. I had to look for shelter on my way back from the Welv Cliffs. They better hurry and clean it all up. We've got somewhere to be. I have to get the vampire to Boruvia before I can get my hands on that gold. Who? Yee. Oh, splendid. I haven't been in Boruvia in quite some time. I cannot wait to see it again. But until then, I can search for other materials. Better ones, even. That isn't going to happen by sitting around. Are you collecting loot for your dragon horde? What? No, I'm. In what world do I look like a dragon to? Ye. They are masters of disguise. What about you, Innkeep? Am I a dragon? You are? No, I'm afraid not. But you smell so primordial. Thank you. You're not a dragon, Rhea. What do you need materials for? Decorations? Ingredients? Don't you worry, I'm not trying to steal business away from you. They're for crafting. Hopefully everything is going okay so far. Yeah. Like for friendship bracelets? No, for weapons. You're going to war? But I just got you back. I'm not going to war. Won't see me fighting for anyone but myself. Are you a blacksmith then? I am, and I'm looking for the right materials to smash the next war heart competition. I'm going to travel all the way to the caves of Earth for that one. That's so far. Can I come with you? That sounds very exciting. I hope you'll come back to show off your creation once you've won. Don't think about it. How are you feeling about the stars having relocated, Kyle? It's fascinating. You think so? Yes, now that I know it was not a dream, the implications are dazzling. Yesterday, when I was looking out into the night, I could see nothing but darkness. But then, as I stared at the sedating nothingness, I could see an astral hare, fish hopping across the sky. Its sparkling tail left a gleam of light in its wake. It was followed by more of its kind, like a pack finding a place to rest for the impending sunrise. With the light of the stars blinding me, I would have never been able to see such a spectacle. And you still thought you were dreaming? I thought the stars had just gone into hiding. We all do that sometimes. I would love to know how they're doing on Earth. They must be enjoying the new atmosphere. Possibly. Speaking of exciting, have you had a chance to take a peek at the letter of yours, Innkeeper? I'm afraid not. Either way, how exciting. You know, this world never ceases to amaze me with its natural wonders. This was by no means a natural wonder. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. Who are you? The Wonder Police? I'm Alethea Anwar, head cleric of the Aperture and the chosen of Our Lady of the Endless Nights, or Endless Light. And I have returned to this establishment to investigate the tragedy of the Starfall. Not one of those protagonist types. Innkeeper, I am happy to see that you were able to collect more information for my research. I am grateful for your help to these trying times. At your service, miss. Oh my goodness gracious. Like, alright. What are these trying times trying? Me. Though, and the wonderful people of Asteria. An empty night sky is no laughing matter. This must be taken care of swiftly. I'd guess it's empty every time of the day now, actually. How does that not worry anyone? We have other things to worry about. And if those sort of things stopped happening, this blabber would be out of a job. Indeed. I find it very exciting. This is somehow even more worrying. Hey, are you a vampire? What else would he be? I am indeed. That is also very exciting. Do you have any affiliation with Marrow Castle? What is a castle? Why are you asking? While I was seeking shelter from the calamity, I came across a young echo with a gloomy temperament. Or rather, I came across his hands in my pockets, attempting to steal my most precious spell components. Luckily for him, I'm not a very vengeful person, and I believe in the redemption power of second chances. And in effort, And he did make an effort not to steal from you again. Very wise. Did he travel with you? No, we went our separate ways. I believe he wanted to be alone after narrowly escaping an encounter with a horrid vampire. Horrid vampire? They must have been very hungry. As they tend to be. Only if they did not eat. Only if they're not eating responsibly. Who did you say you encountered again, Miss Alethea? Alethea? A roguelike wind echo? Ah, yes, a windy aftertaste is hard to resist, and primordial blood is a delicious luxury. Speaking of which, innkeep. No. Are you from the primordial sea? Not in the slightest, no. But my blood would taste delicious, if I was willing to share it. I see. What about your blood, Mrs. Lethea? Are you out of your mind? Propositioning a holy woman for her blood? You've got a lot of it. Fair question. And I need all of it to keep up my training strength against the looming evils of the world. Without me, who would even care enough to investigate the whole mess? After all, none of you seem to care. Besides, the taste of my blood will probably reduce you to ashes. I like your unwavering sense of self-importance. Thank you. I like your earrings. Thanks. So what are your next steps for saving us citizens? Well, your rumors are all over the place, which is good. That means there is a lot to look into. Still, I would have appreciated a bit more organization. My bad. I will start my investigation in Zenith and Thermos. Have a closer look at the wreckage caused. Maybe examine the rubble more closely. Perhaps it harbors hidden clues. Once I have found out what is going on, I will put a stop to it. The stars have already fallen, lassie. Not a lot ye can do for them. Then I will make sure nothing like this can ever happen again. Perhaps Cassiopeia can even be healed. It is imperative for the order of this world that she herself does not fall. Couldn't agree more. I know you've got this under control, Miss Anwar, but how would you feel about a little drink to boost your spirits? You have a long investigation ahead of you, after all. If you're offering, thank you kindly. What can I get you? It depends on the approach I decide to take with this. I could focus on the investigation aspect, really dig my heels into connecting the threads, analyze the situation, find hidden clues, speak to the locals and have those affected. Of course, I would have to do so strategically. Without the right approach, the plan would fall apart. And perhaps I would even need to inspire bravery in others to care about my cause. On the other hand, who knows who caused this? If I focus too much on theory, I may not be in the right condition to fight whomever I encounter. But you will be able to talk to them. That's always much more entertaining. Not everyone can be reasoned with. In such a case, I should be able to properly defend myself. Especially if something similar should threaten to occur again. I need to be prepared for even the worst case scenario. I could offer you some Phoenix chilies. Who knows what you will encounter, but burning stars are best avoided with a hint of fire resistance. Sounds reasonable. So either it's the right balance between intelligence and inspiration, or the ultimate fireproof self-defense. I'm not yet certain which path I should take, or should walk. You should trust the innkeeper with it. He always has the most wonderful solutions. Just this once I shall. I'll make sure not to disappoint. Okay. So either I use Sunny Breeze with some charisma. So I don't know which one the charisma infusion is. Or the... That's right, you can't reason with everybody. But defense be worth it? Based on how she is, I want to say that I do want to go for the intelligence route. The Sparking Nebula might work, and then I'm going to give her Infusion of Charisma, which consists of... which one is it? This one? No, it's Dexterity. Which infusion is it, though? Alright, I think the infusions are located over here. There it is, yeah. There it is. Inspiration grants you the ability to extraordinary, so Thunder Siege. Okay. And I already forgot which one I chose. Thunder Sage. Alright. Which is this one? I want to say yes. Yeah, that's Thunder Sage. Alright, perfect. So that's that. Then I'm going to get one more intel. It does defense. One more intelligence. And then I'm going to go for the rest Charisma, if I recall correctly. Yep. Unless... I don't think that'll count, huh? Nah, I probably won't. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, did it. Alright. There you go, Sparking Nebula is done. With some hint of inspiration. I think perhaps the strategic way is the best approach. After all, you wish to help people, not fight them. That is very true. This is an excellent drink. I'm already coming up with a 38-step plan. Perhaps we should start at the nearby Gaia Temple. I heard it was unfortunately an impact site. The local acolytes will be sure to offer assistance. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you for your effort in helping this world, Innkeeper. Always happy to be of service. Say, Miss Holy Spirit, those fallen stars, are they still intact? They crashed into the ground, so no, they are not intact. Were they pulverized? Not fully, no. Would you say that falling stars make for an interesting type of material? Or what? Yes. They would certainly be rare. Need any help on that holy mission of yours? I know a thing or two about rocks and the like. Could ye give ye some insights on those impact conditions? I can't say I'm an expert in geology, though I feel like I could make an educated guess. Nevertheless, sure, I would very much appreciate your assistance. Great, then I'm in. Me too. Do you know about the geology as well, or astronomy perhaps? I know about astrology. And this all sounds so very exciting. I've been terribly bored waiting for Rhea to come home back. This will greatly aid me on the mission of curling my boredom. Well, I do like to help. That is very kind of you. I know. You don't have to come along. Of course I do. Could you imagine if the stars fell down again? What if one crushed you? I need to stay close by so I can catch it. I don't think you could. Stars already fell, Kyle. Done deal. What about the ones in the primordial sea? What if it floods us with all of its smeared stars? Unlikely. I'm not willing to take that risk. I am going on this adventure with you, and with you, Miss Alethea. Alethea. Great. Wonderful. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Let us not waste any more time. Thank you for your aid and keep. I shall return with conclusions and perhaps even mended firmaments. I'm looking forward to your hearing of your heroic deeds. How exciting. Wish me luck. Good luck. I hope you find suitable material. Me too. Hello? Hey, hello. I would like your finest drink, please. A drink, you say? What do you have in mind, Miss... Melina. But Melly is fine. It's short for Melina. I see. Well then, Melly, what kind of drink would you like? Something tasty. Something that will give me new fun ideas. Oh, and some Thunder Sage. I don't have any money, and but I've got something to barter for the drink. You don't need to pay. But I want to. It doesn't feel right otherwise. Alright, fine with me. What do you have for me? Oh, thank you very much. Now I can accept the drink. Very well. Let me see what I can do. So she wanted the... Yep. Sparkling Nebula. Okay. For the Thunder Sage. Yep. One. Okay. Am I correct in assuming that was it? Yes. Intelligence based. Cool. Oak. Alright. Some new, fun, and sweet ideas coming right up. This is perfect. I'm already feeling the energy for new hijinks running through my veins. Hey, thank you. This is a really nice tavern. I think I'm going to hang out here for a bit. I need a break from my investigations. Can I pet your familiar? No, he's quite antsy when he hasn't been fed. I'd worry for your hands. Okay. Oh, Zephyr. Almost didn't see you there. I suppose I am as stealthy as a knight. No, as the knight. I meant as the knight. Sounds like you need a drink. Desperately. One that will help me remember words. I've been quiet for so many hours, I think I've forgotten how to speak. That explains why we're communicating telepathically right now. We are? No. Who the fuck are you? Was I too stealthy for you? No. Let's get you a drink so you stop cursing at the child. Detective. Stop cursing at the detective. Yes, of course. No, my drinks don't come cheap. How much? I trade you one for a trinket. Ah, one of those. One of those. If I didn't find one. Are you trying to tell me you made it all the way through a castle without stealing a single thing? Ah, nice clock. Here. Thought the place might like it. Oh. Well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. But it is wondering what it might be. Thought it was smarter than that. Does the tavern want to guess what it is? A frying pan? You're not even remotely close. But he is right. That part looks like a handle. That's the pendulum. Do you think if you fried eggs in a pan, they would take bat-like shape? I really doubt it. It's a wall clock adorned with hungry bats. One creature of the night telling time to another. A very inaccurate wall clock, it seems. It's somewhere near midnight. Sand seemed to have gone stuck just before midnight for an eternity. Or at least since I found it. Will this do, or will I have to pull another heist? This will do just fine. Good. And because I'm someone that always keeps his promise, I shall now prepare a drink for you. One moment, let's see if I have something that will make you more polite towards local detectives. Mm-hmm. That's a charisma one. Spoken word. Spoken heart. Okay. Put up all of those. Okay. Damn it. 2, 1, 3, and last. Yeah. Thank you, Andu. Alright, let's go. Politely a drink. Mm-hmm. Did I accentuate the right notes? You're dead. You should consider becoming a musician. I'm happy where I'm at now, thanks. Now, will you be polite and tell me what happened? No. Why not? Don't even know who you are. I'm Melina, but you could call me Melly. No thanks. So, what else did you steal? Castles have many things, I've heard. Nothing. Shouldn't you be at school? I don't go to school. I'm already smart enough. Do your parents agree with that? My parents are dead. And they didn't come back as ghosts to tell me to go to school. So it can't be that important. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It's already been this many years since they died. Just kidding. I can't count. It's been 7 years. So I was only 3 when they disappeared forever. I don't remember a lot about them. But I already solved their murder, so it's okay. Did you avenge them? No, they got eaten by zombies, and the zombies got eaten by a T-Rex. Not a lot left to avenge. That makes sense. That was a classic adventures tale. Right? I basically speedran my origin story. I've got dead parents as my motivation and a detective career to make sure I can help other people. Because people didn't help you? Exactly. But it's okay. It made me into the adventurer I am today, and I like who I am. Doesn't it make you sad? No. What's your origin story? Yes, Zephyr, what is your origin story? It is far too dark for your young mind to handle. Best you don't know. Okay, what's your name? Blaze. He just called you Zephyr. That's my middle name. Okay. I'll respect your fake name, but only if you tell me what castle you stole the innkeeper clock from. Fine. No, it was Marrow Castle. I was on a dangerous quest to steal a precious keep from a murderous vampire. Did she kill you? Obviously not. Not so murderous then. She would have if she had caught me. So she didn't? No, I managed to complete the mission undetected. Thanks to the invisibility that took hold of my body, I was able to avoid the cohort of monsters she had put in my path. Only the dragons know what would have happened if they had spotted me. We cannot prepare to fight. But they didn't. Even the living gargoyles with their lithic claws at her door did not sense my presence. I waited until they were mid-argument to sneak through a nearby window that had been left open to grant spiders easy access to the castle. I heard Marrow Castle is very scary. Was it very scary? Yeah. On a scale from 1 to parents being eaten by a T-Rex, how scary was it? In the middle, I suppose. Interesting. Did you run into any traps? I was able to spot and avoid them all thanks to my remarkable perceptive gifts. and your help. Anyway, I found the cape in her closet, hung up between ball gowns covered in rubies and diamonds. Did you take any? Maybe. So you're a thief? Obviously. Can you teach me how to be a better thief? I want to expand my portfolio. Why would I do that? Because I asked nicely. Forget it. I took the cape along with whatever gemstones I could find when I heard her approaching her chambers. I hid amongst the dressing gowns, holding my breath to avoid making any sound. I thought I had made it through when suddenly she opened the closet doors. I was pressed so close to the wall I thought the wood would start vibrating in rhythm with my heartbeat. But she reached right past me, picked out a hat, and returned to her dastardly vampiric activities. What are vampiric activities? I don't know. Sucking blood, turning into rats, scheming about blood? Lots of blood stuff, it sounds like. Indeed. Did you make it out of there easily, Blaze? I found a secret passageway that led below the pond, through the earth, and to the summit of Witch's Beak. I almost scared this strange cleric to death when I regained my visibility. She was ready to ignite me with her golden flames. That seems harsh for just a little jump scare. Are you sure your fingers stayed in your pockets? Who can say? Speaking of sleight of hand, where did you find that clock? It was sitting in a display case in the middle of a hallway that stretched on forever. And how did you know it was in the middle? I could feel it. The case was locked, but with my expertise, I was able to crack it open in no time. The antique clock stood right in between a ritualistic dagger and a vial of blood. And I thought it's strange that it was the only item without a tag, so I took it. A tag? She's very organized, labels everything. Why would you display a vial of blood? Shouldn't that be in her pantry? Its label described it as blood from a very first vampire, Mike. Mike? Mike. Judging by its position next to such a priceless item, the clock must be worth a fortune. In that case, thank you again. It will look great in my tavern. Indeed. It sounds like you would have been in a lot of trouble if you got caught. But I wasn't, thanks to the innkeeper's drink. I not only survived, but also avoided the horror's wrath entirely. Sounds like a very tasty drink. I would hope so. It seemed like the quest was completed successfully. Thank you, Blaze. You did a good job. I'm lucky I survived once more. It's a miracle I made us pass so many monstrous creatures without being harmed. Did you think you might die when you took the quest, I mean? It's always a possibility. Then why would you go? Death is inevitable, such as life. At least you have your keep now. It's not mine, it belongs to another vampire. Another vampire? Yes, it was stolen from him in a lover's quarrel. The clutches of love always end in cruel tragedy. But the comedy it takes to get there is worth the ride. Only for those willing to suffer. Aren't we all? Speaking of suffering, I'm sure Kyle, that's the long-suffering, very comedic vampire, Melly, would love his keep back. Could I extend the quest to include a speedy delivery? After the day I've had? You've done enough hiding for one day, don't you think? Professional hiding. Fine. I'll do a direct delivery just as once. Where can I find this Kyle? Last I saw him, he left with Rhea to aid a certain cleric with her investigations. I'm sure you'll recognize her. Fuck. Not her again. Where are they? Where are they? Uncertain. Try looking around Zenith. They can't have gone far yet. What are they investigating? The Star Rain, as far as I know. That's what I was investigating. We should go talk to them. We can exchange notes. I already drew a map of all the impact sites in Zenith. Maybe they can help extend it further, or even find the culprit of this curious incident. Come on, please. We have to go and find them, for your keep and for my notes. I'm going alone. You do whatever. With you along, I could never stay undetected. Wait for me. See you soon, innkeeper. See you soon, Melly. Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Chapter 7, Crossroads of 3, Third of the Astral Moon. Right, start. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today? Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. He was well with the brooding. Sound like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly? Can do. Smart and sparkly coming up. I think it needs an infusion, so a blurb. A blurb. A blurb. And final blurb. Smart and sparkly. Just like my familiar. 2. A fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle. Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. All right. So, has the kid found his way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. He seems to have awakened memories of old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. I hate you. It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of colossal saber-toothed tiger fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception. Where did you find them? At the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by the fallen star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was. I ever heard some priests say that they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. And people like distinct temples. They do. A vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests know anything about the star rain. Did they? No, I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out Alethea, that's the cleric's name, found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try and become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It was very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I'm no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you. How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all those heightened emotions? Oh, he didn't. She got caught. I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar, it was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden then when Alethea finally suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insight. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that this altar was built from a 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. That's fascinating. It is. She also told me I had to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. Ooh, I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you going to work on it? Oh, yes. Blaze is going to show me the ropes. What is he now? I have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things, but also very nice of you. I hate you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are and return the key to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have any favorites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend? Of course I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary. Of course it is. So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No, they were much worse than that. They were people. What is it? Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Charismatic, charismatic. Here you go. Here you go. Charismatic. There it is. Poke. Just double checking. Yes. Charismatic drink. Perfect. Let's go. A drink. Just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? Right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadow Banes and was eager to prove myself. It's said there are great riches far in the depths of the Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in eastern Fizoa. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Helping to find some jewels, I made my way there to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They have every right. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapon, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I will never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kind of cute. They were not cute. If you say so. Maybe one day I'll encounter some. Pray you never will. All nightmare, no shadow. No thanks. Keep. Hand me a drink, will you? Coming right up, Lynn. Any preferences? The usual. Something strong and powerful? Exactly. Okay. So that consists of one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, And one of these. Southern Brawler. Just double checking. Yep. Yeah, okay. Poke. Ta-da! A drink. You have a messed up definition of strong. Strength lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, and yours needs a prescription. Say, Innkeep, you got... Say, Innkeep, you got a room in your next neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me? You bet. It's what my babu used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Taylor's Courage. Thank you, Lynn. So, since you're here in my tavern unharmed and in somewhat good spirits, I'm guessing you survived your encounter with the Wyvern Chimera? I did, obviously. Congratulations. You encountered a Chimera? Sure did. Live to tell the tale, too. You or the Chimera? Both. Cool! Are you a beast slayer? I am, though this time no beast was slain. I'm Carlene, you? Melly, the greatest detective in the whole wide world, and this is my assistant. Oh, God damn it. Your assistant got a name. Malachite. I see, so Melly, you're interested in chimeras? I'm interested in everything, chimeras especially. If you like, I'll tell you the sneaky innkeep and your pumpkin crime over there, how I outsmarted one. Yes, please. I would love that. Well, alright. Strap in tight then. Our friendly innkeep here has sent me on a quest to collect some saliva from the Wyvern Chimera in the Quag Mangrove. It's a key ingredient for vampire sunscreen. That makes sense. The issue is, the marshland is the Chimera's home turf. There's no way I could outfight it in its own domain. So I went to the route of trickery. My Baba always said all the Chimeras she's encountered enjoyed some good subterfuge. I ain't really the brainy type, but I thought even if I failed it might be entertained enough to help me, so anyhow, it needed to pick a clear approach of a course. So I did the only reasonable thing to do in this situation. I talked to a mouse. What? A mouse? Oh! A mouse. Found one local to the marshland. Offered him a bit of cheese if he agreed to help me out. Was pretty easy to convince. Oh, why a mouse? Everyone knows chimeras are afraid of mice, dummy. Exactly. I thought if it was scared, it might use its 3 brains less. So I dressed up the mouse in the best wizard regalia I could find and made myself invisible. You can do that? Not usually. But the innkeep's rings come with great perks. They do indeed. Though I do not recall granting you invisibility. Yeah, invisibility might be too strong of a word. But with the wits I got from your drink, I remembered something. Chimeras have a hard time discerning between different shades of green. Oh, I think I know where this is going. That's quite a hand in camouflage, so I figured I'd put it to good use. I gathered some underbrush, sticks, and leaves, and made some glue from the tree resin and spit. Spit? Everything holds together better with spit. Let me jot that down. Sort of thing, kiddo. So I put it all together in the cloak of camouflage. Put some mud on my face and was ready to go. So, dressed up in camouflage, the mouse and I, unseen, approached the chimera. It was resting near a muddy stream, and 2 of its heads were in deep discussion about the sanctity of canon compliance. What kind of heads did it have? Besides the dragon ones, obviously. Classic lion and snakehead combo. Of course, all of them heard us approaching, and first they seemed curious, but all 3 of them froze up when they saw the mouse. Little thing looked mighty tall with its improvised wizard hat. I stayed right behind him, making his footsteps sound heavy. My camouflage seemed to work. The different shades of green and brown made me blend into the marshy landscape. From up close, I could see the chimera trying to hide its fear as the mouse drew near. So I started the show. The mouse, or me, same thing at that point, loudly announced that he was the great wizard, and he had come to collect spellcasting ingredients for his plane switching spell. He was prepared to fight, but was willing to bargain if the chimera valued his life. To underline his great power and everything, I even made him float on my invisible hand. Luckily for me, the chimera was more than ready to take us up the offer, though it did briefly argue with itself on whether fleeing was the better option. The snake wanted to fight, but only until the mouse growled, or I growled, and no one, and the same really. So the great mouse mage stated his conditions in no uncertain terms. 1 bucket of saliva, and in return he would leave the chimera in peace forever. Helped a lot that he could summon the bucket out of thin air. Briefly lost my sanity when there was more in-creature arguing, but finally the chimera agreed. It filled the bucket with plenty of saliva within a disturbingly quick time frame. Mm-hmm. Happy to have avoided any monumental violence, the mouse wizard and his bucket of valuable chimera saliva floated away, promising that he would keep his honorable word. What an incredible ruse. Guess I got some of my Baba's brains and charm after all. More than some, it seems. Let's not get too carried away. Once we were out of sight, I had to keep up my own end of the deal, of course. After getting out of my camouflage, I thanked the mouse and gave him the enormous amount of cheese I had promised him. Wouldn't that much cheese be way too heavy for a single mouse to carry? Turns out the mouse was actually a wizard after all. Had some sort of dimensional pocket he could store it in. Disappeared with the cheese and just left its ridiculous hat with me. Bid me farewell before I could ask him why he hadn't said something sooner. About the whole wizard thing, you know. A typical mouse with a wizard hat, I see. Oh my goodness. Okay. I hope everything's going well still. I know YouTube's kind of acting up right now. I prefer the detective personally. Me too. Afterwards, I thought I was in the clear. When suddenly I felt something breathing heavily right behind me. When I turned around, I was looking right into the scaly eyes of a wyvern chimera. Apparently, it had wanted to know where the wizard mouse would take his leave so that it could move to a more secure spot. Thought I was about to be smoke. But apparently Baba was right, they do like a good ruse. So it wasn't mad? No, it was amused, impressed even. In return for making its week, it let me live and left me with some strange words. Strange words? Stranger than a talking dragon head? I mean, that's kind of what dragon heads do, right? Not sure, maybe they do typically speak in prophecies. Prophecies? That's what it said it was given to me. It said, hope will fall and hope will rise. A hero will tether its final thread, burying the past and keeping the dead. Sounded like a bunch of shit to me. Blasphemous. Didn't say it wasn't real, but why do they gotta make these things so cryptic? Ain't no one got time to interpret this kind of stuff. That's the thing with prophecies, no need to interpret them. You'll realize exactly what they mean soon enough. What hero do you think it was talking about? No clue. I bet it's you. I ain't no hero. I think you might be Elin. You know what would be very heroic of you? What? If you brought that saliva to Kyle the vampire, I'm sure his happiness about finally being able to walk in the sun again will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Guess I owe that leech a thanks for providing me with this strange adventure. Did you have fun? It was fun. Yes, I admit it. It was fun. Just wish I could tell my Baba all about it. But you make a good stand-in and keep. Thank you. Now, any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last we saw him at the Gaia Temple. The priest might know where he went. Last saw him at the Gaia Temple. The priest might know where he went. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? I wanted to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a great sword? That's it. Sure thing. Right now? It's right now okay? I've got the time. It might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. It's a deal, then. I'll show you basics, and you tell me where to find the vampire. That is, if your assistant is all right with that. Don't care. Not my circus. Not my monkey. See, okay, kiddo. Let's go innkeep. Can we use the front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mel? No, I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay. You can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this to practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I promise I'll have a quest for you soon. I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wit, stealth, and great swords. I know you will. But first, I gotta practice. See you later. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Fucker. Another drink, please. Same as before, sweet and all. Coming right up. No, always the same with you. It was a chew. You wanted spoken word. I'm gonna double check because I know that makes spoken heart, my bad. Yep. Sailor's Courage. Pain. I had that one already. Weird. Alright. How many pages of this there? Nope, just one. Okay. Yep. So spoken heart is correct. Excellent. Book. Oh my god, I really do hope this isn't having issues. Let's see. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. Yep, sorry. Just want to double check. I don't know if it works without those being around. Five S's. Right. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. So, Malachite, just leave me to my pondering. Got it. Hiya, Innkeep. Hiya, Fable. I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again, and you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's all right. Now the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a long time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. And of course, I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, and see if they needed help with any damage after all of that. Did Uncle Dragon make it? Yes, the werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out safe. Okay. Mr. Dragon was making emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's a stress cooker. It's very nice of you to check in with everyone. I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves, but that's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. Cousin wins. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Oh, wow, they weren't mad about it. At least. Though I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more, freaked out by the lack of, the night sky. But everyone just seemed to be okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will surely put them back at some point, and let's worry about replanting those tomatoes. I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure what you can that you can replace the stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right. But it would still be much nicer if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Lynn yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside. I did, outside on your definitely not hacked up terrace. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? It was nice to see that she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm, and to catch up a bit, that's too. She tried to rope me into their great sword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Carlina doing all right. And she was relieved about Mr. Kraken. And about you, I'm sure. Maybe. To celebrate our well-being, despite the absurdity of the world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can I try out that new one I requested? 1,000 Winds, was it? Never gave it a name, but you know what? I accept it. In case I run into more people in need of help on the way back. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Okay. How do you do that one? Okay. 1,000 words. So it is a 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 5. No, I'm missing something. You need 3, 1, and 2. Can I put more? I can't. So then I might have to combine it with stuff. Okay. Let's see. This one gives me 1. This one gives me 2 intellect, which I don't need. This one gives me 2 sword and 1 defense. This one gives me -1 sword, which I don't really need. I don't really need intellect either. I don't need sword, I don't need defense, but I do need wind. Or I do need that one. This one gives me... Okay. So the golden. Okay. I'll take you. I'll put you. I'll put you. And I'll put you. Yay, I did it. Alright, cool. Hey, Andu. Thank you, Andu. She loses intellect, but you know, it's worth it. A breezy drink inspired by you and your kindness. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. He makes the best drinks, right? They're, okay. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. I, they taste good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. They are also an incredibly courageous and capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mal. I mean Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about a Mal. She said they are, I guess, you are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it. Oh, we're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this, but I think you should be honest with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zilfire could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zilfard is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye on an eye or two out for future developments. Zilfard isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Fisoa and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbor town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend it. Many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why does it sound like something up your alley? No, not mine. But Melina's seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of a risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest, I thought Mel just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No, I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. It's because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with, I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations. Did a lot of good for you there. Were your parents worried to death about you? You got enough rumors to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all the star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I could provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world did not stop chasing me nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around with less horrors, I hope. Now I'm worried. About Malachi or Melly? Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Salford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. I hope not. There's a little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews. I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Asteria. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You've got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything. Is it? Yeah. But I'm working on not letting my fear stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can't always just go do things when I'm scared. Rather than not at all, maybe. That is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from the things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they are still worth experiencing. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. Though one of my favorite friends is sitting here right now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me. That makes me really happy. It also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry, go home. Fix the many things that worry you, as long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Goodness gracious. Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Chapter 8, New Horizons, Fourth of the Astral Moon. Give me a quick second, I'm just gonna get a quick drink of water. Is everything okay in the YouTube stream or YouTube front? I can't actually tell, it just kind of started loading for a really long time. This is healthy, so that's good. Seems like everything's okay so far. But we'll see in due time. But hopefully those of you who are following me on YouTube and Twitch, who are with me right now on YouTube and Twitch are enjoying this game so far. Oh, it's nice so far. Okay, carry on. Fourth of the Astral Moon. New Horizons. Me. Good mythical morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, the wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And? Did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that would have done it. But... and no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Practically it is. Practically? Not practically in theory, duh. That makes sense. I get it. You do? Of course I do. Yeah, interesting and suspicious. Are you mayhaps also a person of magic? Well, I do make magical drinks. Enchanting mixology? That indeed is a niche. Say, Innkeeper, did something you make ever explode? Maybe. Occasionally. Heck yeah, welcome to the club. I think I blow something up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you, too. Huh? Just Innkeep for now. Alright, well then, Innkeep, how about a super wheezy, breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something, something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me better understand the primordial vortex? Gotcha. Okay, which means I need an intelligence-based drink. Yep. Which means it would be the... Sparking Nebula? Yeah, Sparking Nebula, because that's going to be the most important aspect. Okay. Fill up. Is there one that just adds... I could just like add this in general and go like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna add this. It adds an into that. Oh no, it brings that down though. Not what I wanted. Give you double intelligence. Subtracts that. This is what I want to do. There you go. Can I infuse it? Would it work? Yeah, it wouldn't work. Alright. I mean, I'm pretty sure this will work, but... Right. It is Sparking Nebula 3 and 2. Pretty sure it works. Yep, okay. I confused myself trying to make a combination. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing, I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater to, never mind, the explanation would be too complex to grasp, so... What complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? I'm getting away from the other smartest person in this area. And who would that be? Doesn't matter. You tell me. Ugh. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They are so reasonable, you know? No chaos, but there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in the world. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you, Innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you may call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be, now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to be still conscious. So you're undead? Not precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. I was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755? Fuck! That's brutally long. So how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. Though to myself, might as well explore the world anew. I thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness, and alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course. Undead rarely rise alone, they mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go my own way. Going south, I passed through Zolford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood, though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on the Zolford gossip? Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. It's over here. Alright, those are still not done yet. Okay. Fishermen fear that Zolford had been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day, they disappear like ghosts. But been a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop. If you say so, what would you like? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. So I think that there's two of them, but I could go for this one. So I could either go for the 1,000 Winds. I could always go for the 1,000 Winds, because the other one would be the Spoken Heart. The 1,000 Winds seems more fun. Okay. Need you. There you go. Hopefully that works. Yeah, it's just 3. Okay. A real charmer just for you. Jolly. I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone. Oh. Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know? I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed, it's only natural. I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did? Yes, if I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could. Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you've seen me, no you didn't. Thanks, bye. Energetic young fella. Indeed. Indeed. If you don't mind, innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. Hey, innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy, helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently, a bunch of them lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash painful omens. Ah, apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable? Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. No offense. I just thought, usually, none taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. They are practically they don't. Yep. Practically? Practically in theory. Exceptions confirm the rule. You sound like a wizard. Please don't say that. Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Scully, how did you like his drinks? Surely an experience. I can feel it gurgling in my bones. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds or they'll give up immediately. Of course. Hello. Hello, Scarecrow. Of course, coming right up. This one I needed, I believe, one of each. Was it that? No. It's been a while since I did hers. Which is the strike. Oh, intelligence and defense. Undo. Okay. Wait. Intelligence. More of this. Add some defense. And then there you go. Two strike. Okay. And that's the only one that gives, yep, agility. Cool. Poke. Happy undo. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're a regular. Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular. My favorite regular. I am? Yeah. And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out. I do, but I think the sooner everyone can get back to a normal life, the better. Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure. I could use some help carrying a few things over to Trigarn. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid. That sounds like a quite useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. And keep before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers don't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use. So you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? Of course. Where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe. Innkeeper, thank you for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with Fable. But I'll be back should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next. Let's hope not. I won't. I'm just joking around. I hope I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you very so much. You are still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Scully, and no time to lose. That I was able to witness such a rarity in my lifetime, immaculate. You would get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. Metals have... Yeah, goodness. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. It was a lot of hard work. Does it now? Yup. Makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle Rhea, nice to see you both again. Likewise, dear innkeeper. How has your day been? Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today. Like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in. Distinguished, yeah. Gentlemen don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with a tip of his hat. You find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Oh, do you know if that is her clock by any chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, Innkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now. Not yet, no. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Innkeep, you got a drink from me? Something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling? Of course. Babbling. Alright. This one just adds everything. Okay, cool. Okay. So it's just the defense potion, right? Frosted Lagoon. Is there another one I can make for her? Nope. Just Frosted Lagoon. No, first snow. Okay. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Three, 2, 1. Oh wait, did I do it wrong? Was it the other one? Oh yeah, oops. Wrong one. It is quite the bluish green drink. First snow. Poke. Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great gods. Dragons. Dragons. Well, thank you. I give it my best. Can't taste that. I feel sturdier already. Already. Blah. I've had me doubts about you, Innkeep, but I must say, you know your job. Your job. So how has the day been for you two? My usual. Splendid. It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Rhea and I took a day trip to the capital since I rarely get to see it full of daily life. There were so many people. I've had too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of, invisibility? It absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now? Huh? Why would we want to go there? That was the deal. I help you get your cape. So you can attend that fancy Baruvian vampire banquet and get me Goldsworth. Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that? No? What about me material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer though? Fine. Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back and I can't walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, Innkeep, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and warming beams of sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Oh, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she is doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Do you think that's a good idea? It ain't. It is. Kyle, you've stolen her your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what it'd do if me ex-husband stole me, Hammer? What? Taking a special that he holds dear. No one takes what's mine. But the cape is mine. Is she of the same opinion, you think? Oh, maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask, oh, my undead Evelyn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. And I wouldn't to this day. I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind. Well, yeah, no. Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching. If that's all, maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her even more looking toward the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a gasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear Innkeep, so that my heart may stop aching soon. Ah, alright. So what's a new one that we got? It's strength? No, it's intelligence based. Can we make a new strength one? Yeah, Sailor's Courage. So I need defense, intelligence, or defense, charisma, and a lot of strength. Southern Brawler. Wait, I did Southern Brawler. That's not what I wanted to do. Wait, was it? No, Sailor's Courage is the one I want to do. How the f did I mess up? Oh, that's why I needed agility as well. Okay. I need agility, and I guess this works. Oops. That wouldn't work. That one technically would work too. Wait, that one. This one wouldn't work. This one wouldn't work either. Okay. So yeah, this is the best one. Let's go. So get you some heat. Get you some charisma. Get you some heat. Get you some agility. And that's it. Alright, cool. Did it. Later, Andu. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does. Thank you, dear innkeeper. Why don't you tell the innkeeper more about your day? Right. I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital? Busy streets, bustling with people. Roots. Roots? Roots. We admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. For once, you gotta agree. It almost made me believe the myths are true. Myths? Myths. I've told you, rumor has it, there are the roots of the aether tree. These are the roots of the ether tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, yes, a very good defense plan indeed. Wonder what is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone. Oh, I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh, oh. We've also met this lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit. Believe the last made her way to Dowell. She seems to be on to something. I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antique dealer? Wait, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Very well then. But you won't munch on the shopkeep, will you? Of course not. I'm well satiated from the innkeeper's creation. All right, then let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minty in the flesh? Hello, darling. Innkeeper, it's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting the 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. Ah, you know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spent longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have met me to drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Caskian and Kane along. Do cute service bees still get a discount here? Always. So what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more, moist? Ha! Not the word I'd have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my tastes. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and probably more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endangering myself and my sweet service beast. You told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear the recent events have made it worse. Oh well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Better cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have in your eyes? What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hush whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the lonesome lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting then. Ah, thank you. So while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No. My manuscript, darling? I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see. Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like to have a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey? I'll do my best. Book! Where'd I put it? Alright. Where's his intelligence? So this one would work. Peak sunrise. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This one works. Oh. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Then I could have done it with. So he's the one that gives you 2 intelligence. This one. Because then I could have done that. And I could have just done 2 and 1. I'll keep it this way. Why not? Thanks, Andu. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down real quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy my mixology no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century whilst my library came to be? Certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait, I must have put it over there, actually. Alright. Given this ongoing battle with your organization habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in around 7 days, and then I can tell you all about my pearl hunting in exchange for my manuscript. My read manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, innkeeper. And likewise, Minty. Have a safe and pearlful journey. I'll try. Seven days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? Okay. Let's see. The Banshee's haunting the Lonesome Lagoon. Mari Morgan, no. Capital. Okay, but that's not it. So it is. There are a lot of people in Zuford. Someone is bound to know something about the missing familiars. What are they hiding? Zuford's docks are a popular viewpoint for animals interested in nighttime. Vista, surely one they see which can be responsible for this. There's slight unrest in Zuford. Rumor has it an archmage is looking for the familiar who went missing. So it's this one. Okay. Let's Scandal in Zulford. The lively port of Zulford is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea? Witch who cursed Zulford's docks? Marked by Innkeep. Dun, 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 dun. My goodness gracious. Starlight Sonata, crossing the threshold, fifth of the astral moon. Alright. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Good morning, innkeeper. Could you please make me a drink? I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again. Of course, Fable. Just a moment. If I recall correctly, it is this. And it, oh shit. Yeah, actually, I forget. It is, yep, intelligence and defense. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Wait, did I make a new one actually? Yeah, one is more agile. Agile. No, it's Swift Strike. Okay. Yeah, ha 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 ha. There you go. Swift Strike. Poke. Okay. Thank you, Andu. As always. Thank you. I feel much better already. A long night. Very. Turns out there were a lot of farmers who needed help. Regret offering it? Not at all. I really enjoy being able to help people. Before, I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt competent enough to try. It's fun to try, a bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice, though. That's fair. Make sure you also practice taking breaks. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself. That's what I have your drinks for. My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. I mean, I am pretty good at failing or falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things. I try. I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay? Oh, okay, thank you. Good day to you, innkeeper. Good day to you too, adventurer. Yes, an adventure. That is what I am indeed. I come here seeking a drink. What a coincidence. I do happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. Then, well, I could do with something that tastes good. Of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes. Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly. Let's try it out. Defense focused. Alright, let's see. Hope this one works. First, no. 2, 1, and 3. Okay. Oh. I think this one might work, right? I think so. Right. It's first snow. Yep. That's one more up top and then 3 more on the bottom. Liquid protection against your foes, now for half the price. Thank you so very kindly. Oh? Do you like it? Well, yes, of course. Then you should say so. I apologize. I forget to do the thing where you say your words out loud. I get that. Now that you acquired a drink, could you introduce yourself? How incredibly rude of me to forget. I am Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II and Lady Dorothy Bridget the 27th. An up and coming hero from Windwar, and who might you be? The up and coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here. And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove. Your Fable? Yes. Is that a bad thing? The Fable that saved Trigarden from werewolves. The very same. Oh wow, what an incredible pleasure it is to meet you. I've heard so many things about you. Oh, good things, I hope? Of course. They said you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to give up his wicked ways and reunited a family. That's one way to put it for sure. Why do you have... They do have a way with words. Incredible, a true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the Starfell as well. I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can. You truly have the heart of a folk hero now. How admirable. What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of? Well, I'm currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer. I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Also, Archie is just fine. You don't have to say the whole thing every time. Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago. Prepared as an infusion for the right drink. They can hasten you up in no time. Really? That's spectacular. I always thought about those things were myths or legends you only read about in books. Do you read a lot? Sometimes not that much. You should. You sound like someone who enjoys adventure, and books are so full of them. They are. I'm just too cool for books. Books are cool. You think so? Yeah, I do. I mean, look at the Innkeeper's Journal. It's super cool. The coolest. Oh, well, actually, maybe. I do read quite a bit. I'm sorry for being so weird about it. Don't worry, we're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like? Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would much prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of the diarrhea or negotiations, or even become a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as the savior of this world, don't you think? The diarrhea negotiations? I'm unfamiliar. It's all terribly boring, really. They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of Canal Bridge that was hit by a horde of spinal rhinoceroses. It's not going all that well because they can't agree on who should pay for the repairs of mainland or Diria itself. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep. Then perhaps we should get back to more exciting topics. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey? By doing something heroic, of course. What's something heroic I could do? You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak. Great idea. How much gold should I give them? Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand, physically, with your literal hands. Okay. So I would go to the farmers and ask what they need help with. Oh, of course, of course. That sounds. I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I shall. I hope we shall cross paths again. Till my next quest, Innkeeper. Till then. That was adorable. Weird. Not because of him. I just he heard about me being our hero. That doesn't sound right. But you are my hero. But you are a hero. Not really. I didn't even do that much yet. Not enough to be inspiring to anyone anyway. There are much greater heroes than me out there. He wasn't impressed by other heroes. He was impressed by you. That's nice. You don't sound very happy about it. I am. It's really flattering, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve the praise. I'm just an elf. It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally going to keep bragging about knowing Fable, the great hero of Ashen Grove and the savior of Trigarian. All right, I get it. I thank you, Innkeep. I'll try better to accept compliments. Good. Hello, Innkeeper. Hello, Fable. Hello, Melly, and hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mel? Can I offer you two a drink? Actually, you can offer us a quest. Are you talking about the one you just picked up by any chance? Your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to match what's here. So you're interested in saving those poor familiars? I am. Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to a seemingly dead end. That sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective. And her sneaky assistant. They do sound like a great team. They're not a team. But they are going on a quest together. They are not. Then why are you here? She did want to come here alone. Said she can't reach the quest board, and I needed to drink anyways. So you're sending Melly on a quest alone? As is customary, that's how the Shadow Banes have always handled it. Melly isn't part of the Shadow Banes, but she wishes to walk the path of thieves, so she must embrace their lifestyle. I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And then that just sounds dangerous and negligent. I agree. You're not coming with me? No. Why not? I just explained that. Badly. But you have to come with me. Why? It's clearly a job for two people. There's no job that can't be done alone. What if I need someone to sneak in crime scene to gather evidence? Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training? But what if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me? I don't know, Melina. Yeah, and what if I come back and you've been eaten by T-Rex? Who cares? I do! I think you should go with her. I think you should mind your own business. And I think you should make better decisions. Melly is right. You two make a good team, especially for this case. So stop hiding from the imaginary T-Rex of emotional vulnerability and just go on this familiar-themed vacation. You might even enjoy it. Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations, things to do. Thief, you don't have fixed working hours and you don't have any other friends waiting around for you. Maybe not, but I do have a sheepfish to take care of. You have a sheepfish? I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed and to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool gets dry. Oh, right, well, you're right. Just can't. You can't just leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely. Yeah, I could take care of Rufus. What? Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals, and pretty decent at crossword puzzles. That sounds like an excellent idea. What if Rufus doesn't like you? He will, certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies. You sing? Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mal and Rufus got eaten by T-Rex while the familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer a song about you and Malachi saving the familiars instead. Right, Mal? Fine. But just this once, see it as a final exam for your training. Yay! That sounds fun. Wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest? Oh no. What do you think, Detective? Well, it's great that you would ask, my assistant. Please don't call me that. Okay, Mighty Mal, then. No. How about John? Sure. So, John, thanks for asking. I've studied the quest given to us. I thought thoroughly, closely. And I have come up to the conclusion that there is only one option. That this is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizards, the familiars, they'll all have different and conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those still refusing to talk to us out of guilt or fear, we need to activate our stealth powers. Find those hidden clues ourselves. Also, we should be back quickly so they can't destroy any evidence. I can offer you some golden feathers. They do come with sweet aftertaste of haste. That way you should be able to make it to Zuford much quicker. Great idea. I think you underestimated the severity of the situation. What would you suggest instead, John? I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least. We should fight first, ask questions later. I guess you got bored of the stealthy approach. Different problems require different solutions. If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend fresh phoenix chilies? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards and familiars. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared. Blah, 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 blah. Does Andu have fire breath? Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, though. I'd love to try Andu's marshmallows. I'll see if I can get something set up when you return. Thank you. I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us. That's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing. I think both could work. And Keeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what should they pair it with? Haste for a quick arrival, and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance? Let me think about it. I'm going down the path of not really fighting, but talking things out. So, I'm going for charisma. Charisma with the chili. You want me to do, what was this one? No, feathers. It was that one with some dexterity. And then it was another one. And I believe the last one was this one? Defense? No. What was it? It was... Where are you at? That one. Oh. So 2 defense. Oh my god. Alright. Wait a second. Yeah, so I didn't need the second one. Okay. Does I already have one? Oops. I already have one. So then I just add this. And then I add this. And I add this. There you go. 1,000 wins. Can I just add another one though? I'm saying it wants 2 dexterity, so is there one that I could actually give with 2 dexterity? Because I know I need 3. I don't know why that one's blue. Yeah, because I know this is already going to give you haste. Yeah, but it won't let me. Unless... Not the right drink. It has to be a recipe that fits. Damn it! Alright, fair enough. It was... That's fine, right? Yeah. Thank you, Andu. I'm undoing my choice. Anyways. I think this case needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Yeah, you're spot on. Yes, this is how I die. Don't be so pessimistic. My drinks have your back. Do you think you're prepared to solve this case, detective? Yes, with your help, we'll complete this quest with haste. We'll be back soon. Best of snooping. I should go with them to pick up that sheepfish before they disappear into the night. Don't forget to sing him a lullaby. Rufus or John? Rufus. Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. Have fun, Fable. Did I get any other quests? Not yet. Okay. No shit. Innkeeper! Chrissy! Glad to see you're alright. Likewise, good to see you and the tavern are unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And, I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check on the cottage and the birds. And Fable. I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy after all. Which is why I chose to make it my home, that and the landscape. I hope your trip was nice at least? Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We walked a lot actually, almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge, where the auroras touch the peaks. I heard the view is quite remarkable. It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the lonely lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. I doubt that Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend after all, even scary creatures. It gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone is scared of you. People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should accept them as they are. I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that. Then I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something. Oh? Remember the nymphs from when we last spoke? I do. I met one of them at our convention. She was selling little homemade trinkets. I remembered our conversation and got you this. No, that's sweet. I thought you might appreciate it. I do, thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart, knowing it came from you. Oh, you're just such a sweet talker, but you can't trick me into giving you my name. What would I want with names? Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone for too long. See you around, innkeeper. Or innkeep. See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself. Always. Bye, good to see you again. It's been a while. Yes. A while. A while. 6,000 years. More like 2 months. Oh, I thought I had hibernated longer. You hibernated? At this time of year? It was for the Bloomtide Festival. It happened near my swamp every year during the dreaming moon. Druids and Bard joined together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos. You mean the set of mythical lakes that's said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once? Yes, ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened up within them a mere 30 years ago, travelers here have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty. Such festivities sound exciting. No, they are loud with their songs and their arguing about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember that they swing too close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp? It is a little rude. Exactly. You know, I tried to join them one time. Their dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up to them, dressed in my prettiest poison ivy adorned with thorns of the undying trees. And you know what they did? What? They chased me away with their fiery broom chanting, "Demon, be gone," from the top of their tiny lungs. So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes. Maybe we should give them another chance? Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bogs. Only with stories about their bone-crunching teeth. What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth? They think you might want to crush their bones with them. Ah, but that would be so rude. They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Maybe even all of Asteria. It does sound perfect for a festival. You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store. I'd definitely buy one. But right now, I'm awake and thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today? I'm all out, sorry. Too bad. Something else then. Do you still have those drinks that make you as sturdy as tree bark in case their torches come near me again? In fact, I still do. Give me one moment. Defense, defense. All right. The first snow? The first snow. Yeah. So 213. Bro. 1, 2, 1. Damn it. 1. Damn it. Damn it. There you go. There you go. And then 3. First though. Good undo. Poke. Let's go. Liquid tree bark just for you. Oh, delicious. I feel I could devour any torch now. Thank you, innkeeper. What woke you up from your slumber, anyhow? The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping willow to bits. I'm replanting it into many small sniffling willows. They are feasting upon the ashes of the stars that have tried to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient. Sounds tasty. After the trees and winds and pill bugs calmed down, I had planned to go back to sleep. That calamity made me awfully tired. But when I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was this feeling spreading in my chest. Heartburn? Loneliness. I thought I should get out of there and advertise my new spa. Because only crickets were visiting and they aren't very good at marketing. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of visiting them, they won't chase me off. So I went to where I knew people who could use my services, the werewolf camp in the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude on their personal space, of course. So I just hung the coupons up on pieces of thin red string in the nearby canopies, together with some jolly little bells so that the winds would announce their presence. Like little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometime. I didn't know you opened a spa. It's new. I want to share my flowers and mud and pools with everybody so we can all look beautiful together. That sounds wonderful, Maya. I agree. Can I leave some of my coupons here? Yeah. Thank you. Please hand them out to all of your customers. I will happily share the fantastic offer with them. Happy face. You could also just come here more often and hand them out yourself. But there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. You don't want a coupon, little creature? I will leave one in your nest. No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by earlier, during the day or earlier in the evening or during events. But there will be people here. Yes, I believe that's the point. It's too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons. Will do. Coupons. There you go, Andu. Nom 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 nom. Oh my goodness gracious. Funny enough here, I thought that I was getting close to the end, but I was wrong! Act 2, Starlight Sonata 10, Chapter 10, Twin Flames. I'm enjoying this game, so it's been fun. Gotta get my water. Excuse me for a moment, I will be right back. This will be a good time for a little break. So I'm eventually going to hopefully have a, what's it called? A break intro and closing. What the hell is it called? Overlay, I guess? Card. There you go, card. I hope to have that one day. But for now, go ahead and take a break as well, and I shall start again. Maybe 5 minutes, so I can rest my voice a bit. Yeah, let's give it 5 minutes. I'll be right back in 5. Mhm. I underestimated the amount of time it was going to take, but I am here now. And we can now continue on with the journey. So, Twin Flames, let's go. And now, if you hear any barking, it's because I let in my little ones too. Hey, innkeeper. Hello. Been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week, to be exact, and you already miss me? A little. Cute. Got my hands on a job, all the way over in Dyria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Or like something too good to be true? And not this time. Apparently, the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Yeah, I wish. I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll loosen my tongue. I feel like this job drained me of all my social energy. Well, only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. Okay. She wants a charisma. Yep. Charisma drink. Let's go 1,000 wins. It is more powerfully. Anyways, so I need. Is it that one? Isn't it? 1,000 wins. Yeah, it works. But then I could add this. Okay, this I said. This. 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 Oh. Well, that's it. Thank you, Andu. Boop. Let's hope this suits your tastes. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my charm coming back to me. I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Fine, a deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Apparently the darn star fall damaged their barn, and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains. Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointments, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors surrounding Daria at the moment. Seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing the last few weeks. So local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. That someone being you. Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting instead of handling. That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep? You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you. But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds, if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against. That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was. Trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer. Oh? Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk must have lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets their full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be? I have no... Clovers. Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for them. If you'll make them follow every single one of your commands. But someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper. Do you two know each other? But do you two know each other? Barely. Keep your secrets then. Oh, he's so mysterious, innkeeper. I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. No, I didn't expect you two to be best friends, honestly. Best friends? I think you got that one wrong, Jade. I've never befriended someone like him. I have taste. Well, that wasn't necessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings. Consider me sorry, and keep. Apology accepted. Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh? Indeed, I think I got the hang of it. Then what are you waiting for? The old rival is waiting for a drink. Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably one that'll restore my energy. That sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I didn't like feeling so weak. Got you. Let's see what old magic has to offer. Don't worry. He might not look it, but his drinks are actually really good. I bet. I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Alright, what shall we go for? Restraints. 1, 3, 2. Oh. Mm-hmm. 1. Oh. 2, 3. Right? Yes. Correct, wasn't it? Oh, no, wait. And then 1. No, that's not gonna work then. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. 1, 3, 2, 1. That won't work. That won't work. Maybe this one. But the only problem is I put the wrong one on. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Okay. There you go. Oh, it's 1 1. 1. A 2. A 3. A 4. And a 5. Heart? Yeah. What am I getting wrong? Wait. I'll just draw the recipe for it. So I need. Oh, it's because I need just one of that. 1, 1, 1, and 3. Okay. Oh wait. Just wanted me to get extra juice. All right. Thank you, Andu. Let's go. Why does my drink have abs? Oh wow. Impressed? Don't get cocky now. You don't have to be shy. You can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jay told me you're retired now. Had enough of the adventuring business? Absolutely. I didn't want to have anything to do with that anymore. That was so weirdly spoken. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes. And yet you decided to help Jade. Ever had to handle a two-headed sheep? Not yet. Lucky you. Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer, but this was a one-time exception. Did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew clover's magic trick? Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid both of us. That's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm Maida. But I'm a Maida. I don't have any use of stones for stones like those. And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches. So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I would tell the pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift. Citron. Oh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them. Thank you. Don't mention it. Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Didn't get this hook part put in for nothing. Of course, I also occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades. And I cannot speak anymore. That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade. Are you challenging me to a duel? Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks? That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter. But don't come crying to me after I annihilate you. Haha, you wish. You'd be on guard. You're worried about me? Cute. I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed. So you're saying you've lost against her? More than once, yeah. Pathetic. Hey, are you talking about me? Listen and keep. If your opponent is obviously cheating like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how Real Master does it. Gently, giant. Good day. I have returned, innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar, and welcome. This brave adventurer's name is Claymore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world? The world? Yes, of course, the world, Mr. Clay. You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay is alright with me. Otherwise, it sounds so formal, just like talking to one of those graph people. Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met? That would be a fun trade, right, Tia? I think I would welcome it as well. Then what can I get you? Clay, please go ahead. Oh my, you've got a whole lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of those drinks with ingredients? It looks strong. How about something extra for those muscles? That sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. What do these crystals do? It gives us strength and defense. Right now I'm going to be making the Sailor's Courage, so need those things, so it's fine. I need strength and defense, and I don't mind if I lose. Fine, but this one. Chile. Yeah. We're gonna add one of this. I said one of this. Then I add one of these. Then add one of these. Add one of these. That's good. I feel like I've made these like differently 3 times. No. Hey, Yolanda. try this. I think it might knock your socks off. This tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry, I'll remember it for you. Thank you. Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like? I need some of the liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There's no such thing. There's no such time. Alright, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. Okay, yours is defense. Okay, go for this one. Tiny defense. So that works. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, agility, and then defense. The first no. Boop. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's correct, but I just want to double check. Yeah, defense focused. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Boop. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious. Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Please go ahead. You think I should start with the seashells? No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia Temple. So I've been told. Mostly about the wobbling ooze. Yes, that was certainly something, unfortunately. Besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But unfortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Or should I say the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask. I didn't know it had that many names. I always just called it Kelpie Island. Why? Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. This local settlement of Fae has much more relevance. They built everything into a giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. Their portal is in the tree? Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up between rose bushes and asymmetrical shapes. Oh, I always thought those were art projects. Common misconception. It sounds like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. For what? If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes. Do you participate in such practices? Not at the moment. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually, I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement. Did they understand your definition of strange? After some explanation, they told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps. Just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure. Seems like an understatement. Majorly. I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure. Investigating disasters is not an adventure. It is a necessity of dark circumstances. I had fun. That makes 2 of us. It certainly was a sign of something being awry. and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally, I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon. Or the humpback whale, I suppose. What else would I be summoning? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input. Are you out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their powers could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design. Right, sorry. Slipped my mind. You are forgiven. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request. That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells. Did she? I did, actually. Pairing dragonhead, tritons, and glimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins, therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable. Obviously. I hadn't managed to find a limpet shell, and what happened to be among his offerings. I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach, and that she could do with some more color. You weren't wrong, in a way. Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual. Singed Tia's hands, too. Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities. Fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating, or your very own ritual, Clay? I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling, floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells. Do you encounter these creatures a lot? I try to. They're very nice. Clay can talk to animals. God's blessing rests upon him. Fantastic. It is. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it, and they think I mean to hurt them. I hate when that happens. You mean they just disappear like they were never there? Yes. Like they moved to a different, quieter beach. Or like they returned to the astral sea. I feel like they just would tell me if they went back home. Not necessarily. Many Astraean creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when you weren't there or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye. So you're saying the sea swallowed them? Not quite. It just beckoned them home, though through a celestial hug of sorts. So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea? That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous. It is, but echoes are from Primordial Sea, and my family have lived here for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somehow. They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once. But for a long time it had been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers. And accessing it requires meticulous planning. Not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared. But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either, and they told me they haven't lived here for very long. Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, planar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention have finally opened up to us again after all these years. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes. So the portals haven't always been there. I don't know who put them there. Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right, we're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendship with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but you didn't have to. Right, that obviously. Thank you very much, Clay. Anytime. So I summoned it, the ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them. I mean, there was one star. There it was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. Sounds beautiful. It was, in a way. The star wasn't the thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was gray, like it was frozen with the coolness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You know what I needed, Clay? Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared you get angry, when you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled to show that I didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instincts to mistrust, but then it picked the shell up gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze and it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hand against its cheeks. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone. I'm sure it needed that. It did. It was so sad it cried tears of golden dust. Its tears turned to ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic into Clay, allowing him to cure it of its disease. He kissed on the forehead and the ice burned away, freezing it of the endless chill. It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And what unusual effect of that infusion. Is that not usually possible? Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like. There you go. Well, to use support was very helpful. I hope so. Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs. A creature on 2 legs, so humanoid then? We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about our appearances. It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently it swallowed some kind of stone. I only remember its black and white color and that it tasted horrible. But it thought, I have a strong digestive thing, it's nothing to worry about. Rookie mistake. The 2-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry? No, I am the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. Where I come from, they call that repression. Luckily, its anger subsided when it found its way back. It thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the highlands and we get a lot of snow in the winter. but the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful, painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out. The potent frostbite I mentioned, it seems a curse took hold and oh god, the lava went down the wrong pipe. Sorry about that. All right, ready to continue. All right. The potent frostbite I mentioned, it seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body. It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and causing squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder until even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star. A star, a giant one at that. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently it was one of the biggest ones the night sky had to offer, the East Star. It ate Pharos? The guiding star of the endless seas? It did, and it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity. I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened. But instead, all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad. To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe. It was hurt and scared. It should have endured instead of hurting others. It was alone. It didn't know all that would happen. It didn't. I'm sure it tried its best. Its best wasn't good enough. The whale isn't responsible for the horrible things that were done to it. We should celebrate that you were able to help it instead of blaming it for its pain. I think so too. Did you also manage to free it from the star in its stomach? No, the frostbite may be gone, but that star is a part of it now. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all other stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We'll never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn, that whale must forever live with its guilt nestled in its stomach. You're right. Some things are forever changed now. That's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night sky's starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends, even though our situation can lead you to light sometimes. I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this traveling souvenir shop. It brought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready. That's very nice of you. Right, Tia? They're a hazard for fights and could get caught in things. Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor. Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop. She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree. Now I'm curious. What is it? Yeah. Oh, that is very pretty mosaic. The shopkeeper told us a bit about it. Supposedly, this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. Kind of like the rise of the sun hunchback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So... aren't you glad that Tia was there to help you? I am. I'm so happy to have met her. I think I might not have been able to help that whale alone. That is true. Her blessing sure helped a bunch. Perhaps you could learn a thing or two from her. That would be great. Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun hunchback whale. You found out why the stars fell, and you even made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all this. An angry humanoid figure? And that is who exactly? Well, we can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper. We can rule out you and me. Ouch. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break. Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity that the likes of which we have never seen before. Yeah, don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just kind of how oblivions are around here. I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky? 0 times. I was asleep when it happened, and now that it's over, there goes my chance of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower. You should not wish to witness such horrors. Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did at one time or another. But I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos to balance and back to balance, everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it. Just pick up a quest if it worries you and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me. Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure. And then someone is always going to save the world in the end. And that someone is going to be me. Oh, the youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry. Anytime, Muna. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one? You got it. Okay. Another strong one. Woo. Okay. Twas with the chili, if I recall correctly. It was 1. I believe it was 1. Oh, wait, I need... No, that's level 1? It is level 1. So, it doesn't work. No, it does work. Okay. You okay there, Ebony? What's up, Ivory? What you looking at me for? Think you ought to. Are you okay, Ebony? Ding. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know. Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavor. Good or bad depends on the day. I find your apathy borders on tragedy. And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive. I'm glad. Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me. No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions. I apologize on her behalf. It's fine. Tia, are you dying? No, she was purely speaking in the hypothetical. I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little bit. My granny always said, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes. I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say. You think retirement is failure? One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve the world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. It's the latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Little one! Yeah, can you stop trying to climb on me, please? Which means... Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well-guarded, maybe even abandoned. I have never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades now. Its library can't be that vast. Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored. What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something. A good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives. Is that a book club? An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maiden archives. The Gaian one, to be specific. Legend has it there used to be one on each plane. Even Twat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day, thanks to their fearless archivists. But then they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive? Nope, not much of a librarian, unfortunately. Disappointing. But you can keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I can do that. Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away. You could ask her yourself. I would rather not. I'll take that terrible task off your hands then. Oh, wonderful. You don't need any more. Need more than a day to take care of all of this, right? I could do with a little more time. Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, Innkeeper. This is a very short notice. As are disasters typically, hence the vigilance. I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning. Alright. In the meantime, you should rest. Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult. Una was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa. Fine, I'll take 1 or 2, though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow. It's always nice to see burnt out happen in real time. Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it looked like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well? Yes, please. I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies? No. Thank you, Clay. Anytime. Then the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. I'll take some of those coupons too. Wonderful. Talking through everything really helped. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better. Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry? Nah, I don't. Me neither. But we all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about. At least they're not scared of you. Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is. I'll try, Innkeeper. Thank you. I hope you find a way back to yourself too. Thank you. you, Clay. Me too. Jolly good. Top of the evening to you. Welcome to my tavern. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances? With whom do I have the pleasures today? Now, a speaking skeleton. Haven't seen one of those in a long while. Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. He can't call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade. Ah, fellow Maida, but with more skin left. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade. Hey, that's a beautiful necklace you have over there. Something about it looks really familiar. Don't you think, Scully? I have no clue. I have no clue what you're talking about. It does remind me of Scully in a way. Then when was the last time you were digging around in graves? Never. I think your senses might be deteriorating with age. Just like your ability to win without while cheating. Don't get smart with me now. Oh, Astria's worst beast tamer. Oh, the wonders of friendship. You two seem to get along so well. Oh, absolutely. I think I should be going now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to leave and leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmering gemstones? That is true. I haven't seen another Maida since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago. Ivory, love you, better stop. Stop, girl. Your nails are sharp. See, it's a match already. Would be a shame if the two of you were to become friends. Huh? Anyway, see ya. That was quick. Indeed. I guess a woman her age knows what she wants. Good mythical morning. It's well past sunset, Hex. That might be true, but it's still morning somewhere I know. You got it. But today I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today we're going to celebrate my sister. Greetings, everyone. Come on in. Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully. Jade. You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister. Yes, I know she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast, though some fire might be fun. No fireballs inside Hexagon? If you insist, a fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like a century. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual full-blown selenite witch. It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats. I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed. You're very sweet, thank you. I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation? X already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me? Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day. That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up. Coming right up. All right. Ooh. So for wits, the first one, since I haven't really done it. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, I have done this one before actually. Where are you? Where are you? That one works. Okay. Whoa. 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 And whoa. Big sunrise. All right. Good on, dude. Oh my, this is delightful. See, told you. He definitely knows his craft. Say, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Last time I checked, no, but I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now. Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Scully, Hex, what about you two? I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today. I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days. At your service. Let's see, let's see, let's see. You want charm, you want charm. You want charm. Thousands wins it is. Okay. It was these two? Yeah, these two. Yep. So then it is a 1. 1. A 3. And a 2. Poke his little non-existent nose. There you go. Here you go, a drink for this charming gentleman. Oh, what a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, practically it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need, you and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once? All this talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise. Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber. I read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously they're all dead. All of them? Yes. The archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite, sad. A lot of knowledge must have gone lost with them. I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we could revive some of that old knowledge. It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight doesn't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure so I'm not sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe that could help. A little. I believe I might yes. I might have even woken up close by. My other memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain rage. Beef. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steps or a poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off of your bones. I know someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Uh, I. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important active stronghold, archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Maiden archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect the knowledge. It would be a shame if someone, you know. Anyways, I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? It sounds just like gravel mac, sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice on this plane, at least. Or else I would have heard of it. I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But I think all those hidden... but think about all those hidden treasures, knowledge left untouched for millennia. That sounds like a little too ambitious, even for you. Fine. Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in a gravel mac anyways. Oh, and you would? Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. It's shared enough secrets of the trade today already. Thank you for your reluctant service. What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist. And a grumpy one. I'm sure you just had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired. I'm absolutely sure of that. So take care of yourself. You seem like the kind of person that does things very thoroughly. But you should still try to relax for a few days. I agree. Getting your PhD is a major accomplishment. Yeah, it's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality. Scully's and my point still stands, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely. They're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late. A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper. I will, dear practically. Oh my goodness. Alright. Banshee, nope, not Lonesome Lagoon. The archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos of the guy ever bloom could hide answers no one was quite ready for. Nope, an unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west, undead snails. Within the gravel neck, had long lost treasures and terrifying weak stalkers of the verdict still out at the cutest level. Nope. Fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the Gravelmac, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. Let's see. Some read. There are places to remind. Oh, so it'd probably be this one. Okay. Yep, it's just those three. They're all dealing with Gravelmac. Area. Alright. Raiders of the Lost Archives. The Lost Maiden Everbloom archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Ruins lie deep within the Gravelmac, dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid if there wasn't enough. The mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish bleak stalkers. Just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. Maybe I should call it after this. I mean, it technically has been 4 hours, so yeah. I was hoping I could at least get to Act 3. Nope. Probably two more. Guessing it would have probably been two more. But I think I'm going to be calling it now. Solely because my voice hurts, and yeah, if I keep playing, it's just gonna be hours and hours and hours, you know? It's an interesting game. I'm loving it. Yeah, so it's getting really warm, so I need to kind of like cool off a little bit. Dreamwalker is another one. DLC will be later. Yeah, it is. It is crazy how much time has passed since it started. It's one of those things that is just like this is the first time I did it early, but usually, yeah, streams lasts 3 hours. I want to say, but man, I really do got to work on editing down my things. Because my God, it is a lot, but it was fun. Uh, Scarecrow, as always, thank you very, very much for being here. And for anyone else that end up joining or ends up watching this later or in the future, I appreciate your time and for you being here. Uh, I hope you are all having a wonderful night or that you have a wonderful day, whatever time it is. Hope you have an amazing day slash night. Repeated myself twice. I apologize. Happens. Thank you very, very much again for everything. Keep trying to do your best every single day, even if it's 1% one day, 100% another day. The fact of the matter is, the fact that you just exist means the world. So just keep doing you. Become the person that you want to become. And yeah, well, let's continue to mark our path together. Have an amazing night, and I will see you later. Bye bye.